Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and I just kind of bored today and didn't have nothing else to do but do a video. So we're going to do a video, and I wanted to show what I'm planting. I wasn't planning on doing tomatoes, but my buddy brought some over. They were already planted and had started, and he had them in cups, so he brought them to me, and I decided to turn that into a tomato place right there. I hope I don't have them too close together, but we'll see. But eventually I plan on taking from this corner right here and making a straight line over to that corner and cut all that out and make that a little garden next to the house like that, because this here gets a lot of morning sun right here. So but that's what I plan on doing, is taking that all the way across and then cut all that out of there, move that lawnmower and plant that with stuff. But may not be this year. But right now I'm just I put these here. I got two that are Better Boy. There must have been a Badder Boy for that to be a Better Boy. There has to be a worse boy before you can be a better boy. So there must be another version of the boy. And then we got a cherry over there, and from what I understand, they grow 20 feet tall. We'll see. So then I planted all these. He brought a total of 7. And these are Mammy Brown tomatoes. So I just wrote on the side of the stick what they are. I got to get in here, and that's what I'm doing right now. I just cleaned all this out right here, and there was a big huge black snake underneath a big rock right there, and he went down inside the rocks a little bit more. So I just took whatever I took off of here and threw it on top of it, and I made sure there was still holes where he could get out. And even if he can't get out there, he can get out right here through that crack. There's a crack right there, and that wall is not even attached. It needs some work. But anyway, so we went ahead and cleaned all this out, and right where you see them rocks in a circle in the middle, there's a cucumber. So I planted 2 cucumbers so that the vines will grow down the hill. And so I'm going to probably end up taking it from that pipe and cutting it all the way down to the corner of this. That way it kind of looks uniform. I just put all that stuff there temporarily. I'm probably going to try to, I don't know, the way that wall's leaning, I probably ought to leave that pile of rocks and dirt there anyway to kind of give it some support. I don't know why it went like that. Looks to me like it was actually installed like that. All it did was separate. So it looks like it was attached to the wall right where it broke loose, where it's at now. It's just further away from it in that direction. Tells me that that part's sinking and that part is not. So it's falling in that direction. But still seems to be solid. But anyway, I was weeding out there, and I thought I'd do a video and show you guys. And then we'll go down and show you how I'm planting my cantaloupes. First I got to get my trump coffee. Not really trump coffee today. I found a mug that says, "As a Mullins, I do what I want, when I want, where I want. You wouldn't understand." I had to have it. So we'll go down here Now we took 10-2 wire and ran to the chicken coop and mounted it to the breaker box inside the wood shop and ran it underneath there. And I still got to seal the end of the pipe where the wire goes in the pipe. So it's going inside of a conduit, and that took me longer to fish that wire through that conduit than it did to do the whole damn job, digging a ditch and filling it in. So it comes out. I got to put silicone in the end of it to keep bugs and shit and water from going in it. And then it goes in a ditch all the way to the chicken coop inside plastic conduit. And then I got to 3D print a cap or build a cap out of maybe aluminum or something, just some kind of a little roof system. I've still got to add more dirt here and slope this a little bit better where it's straight instead of all cockeyed. And I didn't want it to be like that because of that. I had to do it that way because of that stump. I wasn't cutting that stump out. That is the root to one of these trees. I don't know which one. Might be out of a tree that used to be there. Who the hell knows? But they're everywhere. One there, one over there, one up there, one right there, one right there that goes that way. So I wasn't going to get to cutting that out, so I still got to put underpinning going across here to that side. And right here is where we're going to plant the cantaloupes. So I planted it up there. Now that's probably not going to be enough room for a cantaloupe, but we'll see. And then I got my girls, all 12 of them. They have gotten bigger. I'll set my coffee down here and we'll go in and say hello. Get out of the way. Yeah, where do you think you're going? They're getting to be like animals in the house. When you open the door, they want to dart out. I'm not ready to free range these birds yet. Be a long time before that happens. What you doing, girl? You coming here to get petted? Huh? You coming to get petted? What are you trying to peck me, you little cracker? Alright. Hey, y'all want to watch me catch one? Let's see if I can catch one. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Now watch, she'll calm down. What do you think, huh? See, it's a good thing to get caught. That's pretty cool, ain't it? What do you think, huh? You better not poop on me. There you go. See, she was all calm then. But I'll have to do the same thing. I just don't know which one's which. I can't tell the Plymouth rocks apart. I got 4 Plymouth rocks. What are you doing, girl? I made this, just a crude, and I'm gonna take and put, my buddy suggested that I put a pipe on top of here that will spin, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just take a bracket and put right here along this on both sides, because they get up in there and they poop in it and everything, and we can't be having all that. So they like to get up on here and roost on this, so we're going to put a tube, a PVC pipe that will spin, so that when they try to get up on it, it'll spin them off of there. Now I use these little waterers that are junk. I really don't like them because, I mean, look at them. This one here, I change these every single day. And look at that mess inside there. So I clean these every day, literally. Right down there in the creek, if you can see through this screen. But this screen, it's just plastic screen. And I'm pretty sure that anything big can rip through that. But I do have wire on the bottom dug into the ground 6 inches and folded up in a direction that if something was to try to claw through it, it would stab them in their claws or their paws, and they won't like it and stop digging. You see that one try to get out? But they're getting pretty big. It's gonna be a long time before I see eggs. I hear it's somewhere between 6 to 8 months. We'll see. But I piled all these rocks up around it too, just to give it a different look. It's not the best rock job, but it'll work. And on this side over here, I plan on building a door right here in this area, probably from here to here, and just cut them boards straight out, that wall, build a frame, put a door in there that is level to the floor, so that when I rake all the straw out of the building, it goes out on the ground right here. Which right here, the reason I'm piling this stuff right here is to kind of kill this grass, because I've got leaves there and everything, and this is where I'm going to put my compost pile. But I may move this compost pile down here a little further, because I would love to put a shed roof off of the back side of this, somewhere where I can park my trailer or store yard tools, whatever. So I'd like to try to make like a pole shed, well, sort of something like that right there, and I can make the post out of the same thing I made those out of, and just make another shed roof off of it. But that one would have to go in this direction. So I don't know, we'll see. That'd probably be another couple of years down the road. But right there's where I get their water. It's natural water, and I think if I did free range these birds, I think they would be in a pretty good location, because they're down in this little holler. Yeah, I said holler. They got a constant supply of water. They got constant supply of bugs, worms, fish. I don't know if they'll eat fish or not. Go out there and catch them in the creek. But that's what we've got so far with the chicken coop. And I just slapped that door together. It's just 2 2x4s that I split. And these actually came off of the stairs that I built a couple years ago on video. You can go back and check that out. I built steps for that, and these are the cutouts. And I keep all that stuff, man. I've been holding on to these for like 2 years, stacked up on the cellar house door behind the steps that I built, thinking that one day I would use them for something, and voila, there it is. Don't look like a bad looking door, does it? But I've pretty much got it set up out there. I took the nest apart, and I'll show you that here just in a second. I took the nest apart and redesigned it. It was just too awful big, and I didn't like it. So we're going to show you what we got. So we can come in here, shut the door, turn the knob, and then they're gonna meet us in the middle. Of course, I got my tools in here because I was working on their. Hey girls, y'all coming in here to be scared? So that's all you're doing every time you come in here, you're scared. So we got our roost, and that one is their favorite roost. They all get right there, all the way across, all 12 of them will line up right here looking out the window. Because I got that dust to dawn light out there and that outlet, and it plugs into that right there. That's the dust to dawn light right there. And so we're probably going to move the waterer to right here, so it'll be away from the chicken door. And this is what we ended up doing with the nest. I cut it in half and made 6 of them. I mean 3 of them instead of 6. So then I had to figure out what to do about them getting up on here and pooping on it. As you can see, they've already been up here since I cleaned it yesterday. So this is the door that I'm going to have to probably brush off every time I go to get eggs out of it. And I'll lift this, and that's where my eggs will land, right in each one of them trays. And I got foam in there so that when it hits, it doesn't hurt the egg. And these panels are removable. Let me move it. I put this tin there, just sitting there. Well, I can't believe that I didn't make that so it would stay by itself. I need 2 hands. So these panels right here just come out. You just slide them out. Right through there. And I got adjusters on the bottom of them. And it's at their highest height. So you just slide it in there. Of course, it helps if you have 2 hands. So that's what it looks like inside. And I just used that old moving blankets. You can see part of the words right there. I don't even know where the hell I got that thing from. But anyway, I put this up there to keep them from doing this. And I think it seems to be working. I don't see no poop up here. But I'm going to have to change that to further back because I can't get my door all the way up. So we may end up taking the door off of it. Look. So you like coming in here to get pet? That's my keys hitting the bottom of the thing. They'll let me touch them, but they're like a finicky cat. So, but anyway, that door that I said I wanted to put in is going to be right there. That way, all I have to do is either make it so that it lifts up with a hinge and latches, like this door right here, and make it so it's level to the floor. That way, when I open it, I can just rake all this stuff right out on the ground, rake it into my compost pile. It's done. So, I haven't cleaned it yet, but it's getting to the point where it's about ready to be cleaned. So, but I just took one stand of that table and mounted 2 of those Trex boards to it, and then mounted this to the Trex boards. Just like that. I still got to put 3 more screws in it because I keep forgetting to. And then the rest of the material that I have to finish this is laying right there to keep them from going up inside there. So we're going to redesign this so that we can open this sheer cage or the nest door, because it's supposed to open all the way up so it will lean backwards. And it's not doing it because of these ridges right here. So I'm going to have to move this back and put a angled 2x4 right here so that we can mount that to it. Look at this. What? Y'all trying to get close to what's going on here? Here, I'll just paint you with the paintbrush. They like to aggravate and get close to you, but when you try to touch them, they're fucking finicky. What the hell's wrong with them? So, look, I need to fix a thing for that too, make some kind of a cone to put on that so that they can't jump up on there and poop all over it. So we put a window in. I still got to do the tin for that, put it back on. I haven't done that yet. I'm waiting until I clean all this stuff out. When I do that, I'll do that at the same time. I kind of painted myself into a corner with that when I put these beams in, because now it's hard to put a full sheet in there to maneuver it in there to get it in. So I kind of painted myself into a corner. Anyway, we'll go back outside here and let them be. Hide my stuff up here because you got to keep it away from them. And then I added a hasp for nighttime that's got one of these locking hooks. So at nighttime, this gets screwed up every time. Just like that, so nothing can get it open. Because raccoons are pretty resourceful. They have opposable thumbs. But we still got the turn knob. But I was thinking about putting some strips on the outside of this also, on each one of these. But they're so uneven, it's probably going to look like crap. So I don't know, fill them in with caulk maybe. But the boards are not, they're warped and they're not even with each other. Like this one's sticking out further than this one, and this one's out about the same as that one. So they're all staggered, and this one's about even. That would look good with a strip on it, but if you put a strip on here, it'd be all cockeyed and crooked. It wouldn't look right. So, but anyway, I'm gonna finish this video and get busy weeding those weeds. And I'm weeding up here first because I'm interested to see that black snake come back out. He was pretty damn big. It looks like he's getting ready to shed because he was like a milky white black. He had a milky color black to him instead of black. So he's probably getting ready to shed. So I'm looking for a bigger snake here in the next day or so. So as long as there's a black snake here, I'm all right. That'll keep the copperheads away and keep the mice to a minimum. My problem is freaking ants. I got ants living underneath there somewhere and I can't find them for nothing. What they're doing, they're traveling right up to here somewhere, and it's probably, oh, I see one right there. I see some. So there's an ant nest somewhere here, And what they're doing is going in between the back panel of my kitchen sink and the wall. So it looks to me like right there's where they're coming in at. And in order to find that, this underpinning has to come out. And I really don't want to disturb that underpinning. So I'm not sure how to get rid of these things. So I'm trying boric acid right now. Put some boric acid where they're coming in into the counter. And they are aggravating. Gnats, if you live in the country, you have problems with ants, gnats, birds, predators. But anyway, enough of that. See, I still got some of those things left in corners. Anyway, oh yeah, I wanted to show you this also, man. I planted some morning glories right here, hoping they'll climb that vine or that lattice. But I want to show you what I did to the front porch. That was actually what I was meaning for this video to be, start out with. But when I come out on the porch, I decided, well, why don't I just do a bison update. But I went and took some strings. As you can see, I got a morning glory planted at the base of every one of them. See them right here? You got, not all of them came up. But I'll tell you where I got this idea from, and it looked beautiful. My aunt had these strings going up and down just like that. And if this works and it looks good, I'm going to perfect my process by making better anchors. These damn little tent pins ain't worth a crap. I'm surprised that they're still holding pressure. But you can adjust them by just taking one side of that and just making another turn on the screw to make it tighter. But these pegs they're not worth a crap. But I do have an idea of what I can use to put there. But what's going to happen is these things are going to grow up the vine. And when they get full and bloom, man, that is so pretty. And you get hummingbirds coming in, flying in on your porch and everything, man. It's actually pretty cool. And it encloses the porch. And man, this damn thing, I need to quieten this thing down. Listen, you hear that? You hear that? That was what was going on every time I turned you guys in this direction. I was hitting my keys, and it makes this thing ding. So that's aggravating. Should have got my other one. But I did it all the way across the porch. This one here I had to replant because nothing came up, so I put a couple more back in that hole. So I'm still waiting for them to pick up. That one, actually I'm not sure if this one's ever going to come up, because I'm seeing the other one that I did plant before come up. That might be it right there. Could be, I don't know, we'll see. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks a little rough, but I'm gonna count it as 6. I think that's 7 coming up. This was one of the later ones that I planted, which was like 3 days ago. Then this one here looks like it's coming up. I'm not sure where this one's at. That might be it right there, I'm not sure, but it's not got no red in it like these do. See, this one's got like a red inside on the stem. So we have to wait for that one. Then this one, and this one. So Get out of here, bee. Now I got a damn wasp messing with me right there. Now if this works out, I'm probably going to take the electric fence back out and put it back here in the back for the tomatoes. And make this my every year thing to plant that with morning glories. Now we're using blue morning glories. This is going to look pretty badass. So I'll probably keep you guys up to date on that, but I think that's going to be cool to see how that looks on this house. So anyway, hope you guys got learned something out of this, or was entertained anyway. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.